It's your boy Oxy in the house. Guess what? I'm in the house. We're gonna see what this look like on this new iPhone 13. I haven't got my cinematic stuff set up. The day is go for no on Friday. So I've been wearing this white. I left my other one in my daughter's car. So I'm gonna head out there and grab it in just a second. But today is go for no on Fridays. And here's what happened, You woke up, didn't get a good night's sleep last night because it was kind of cold, but I popped in to go for no, listen to Andrea Waltz. Man, she just makes so much sense, The Shaquille O'Neal story, just delivering that message to as many people as possible. I skipped some today because last night I didn't get enough sleep that I did last night. Didn't write enough stuff down as far as but I did. When I came home, I did. I wrote some stuff down. That's what I got to do. I'm going to start me a 66-day challenge of writing something down, which I do write at work, but for home every day. 66-day challenge of journaling every day. A diary every day. How about that? 66-day challenge. I'm gonna wait till this 365 days of breast cancer awareness wears off, because I'm already overlapping that with the affirmations for people just tuning into the channel. Guess what? This is Do It to Life. Doing what I know how to do well in one area of my life, and applying and transplanting those disciplines and habits and schedules to a new area of my life. Do it to that area of my life. That's for Do It to Life. Also, too, when people just always say, man, I'm going to do this, man, I'm going to do it to death. Well, I'm going to do it to life. I'm going to do it until it comes alive. That area comes alive, instead of me doing it to this area until it dies. Both of them be positive, but I want to lean over to the positive side. You see what I'm saying? So I listened to the Go for No early. I listened to he was talking about Shaquille O'Neal playing into the percentages. And I didn't do that when I got to work today. I got to work a little bit late because, man, on my way to work, brakes went out. They didn't go out, but they went out. And I was driving with limited amount of brakes, so I didn't record it this morning. And so what I ended up doing is going and picking up some stuff. But as I was riding, I was just thinking, I was just thinking about, kept asking myself, what's the question as far as moving to the next level? Is this something that I should delegate? Is this something I should do because I know how to do it? A lot of times, just because we know how to do something don't mean we should be doing it, because we could reallocate that time by delegating to others. That's how the most successful get even more successful. Is that they build a strong team and delegate those roles and stuff to somebody else. Because everybody wants to be utilized in some capacity. Me and my daughter had a long conversation tonight about purpose. That's what she is, about 20 years old, reinventing herself, that's where you've had some success in one area, and then the not so success comes in, then you be like second guessing yourself. You know what I'm saying? I did that as well too. We all do that. Even in the Bible, it was this one guy, man, Elijah. They was coming to get him. He was like, man, if I'm not going with you, matter of fact, I'm gonna call fire down from heaven, burn you up. Did it like two or three times, Then after he did that, he had it at his command. But then a woman told him, hey, look, Jezebel said, look, I'm gonna kill you for the day over with. He take off to running, scared. Go and hide somewhere. Like he forgot that quick that he has the power. He still got it. Ask the Lord, say, you know what, Lord? Oh man, this guy gonna kill me. You need to go ahead and kill me now. But he sunk that quickly I mean, the parasite, the symbiote erases your mind so quick. You just got to be aware. That's why we got to write stuff down. That's why we got to write down our victories. We got to write down the coincidences. When they happen, we need to stop, take a time to relish the moment. Rather than looking too far out into the future and you miss what's happening right now. And right now is the most important. That's what it say. Because me and my daughter, we was talking. You know, we just pulled out the one thing. You know, you said, she said, I did the meditating, I did this, did that, this. I still hadn't came up with the answer to the great question. You know what the great question is? What's my purpose? And we walked through that thing, man. It was wonderful. It was beautiful. We just walking through it. And I said, you know what? I can tell you what your purpose is right off the bat. And for all y'all out there, if you don't know what your purpose is, I'm going to tell you what your purpose is. Your purpose is to serve and help others. That's your purpose. Now, how you execute that purpose, that's another question. But first, you got to get into the point that is my purpose, is to serve others, to sow before I reap. Reaping is automatic. I'm supposed to be focusing on the sowing, because on the back end, I will reap. Some areas you're going to have to reap. You're going to have to recognize, hey, look, it's time to reap. I've sowed. I recognize this. It's time to reap. But for the basic necessities, those will be taken care of automatically as a byproduct of the sowing. So I said, if you can kind of get that mind frame turned around, but the reason it's hard for us, because we bombarded every single day. Because when you're watching the social media, you're into watching the numbers. Right now, it's been a whole year. I'm not watching any numbers. I'm not expecting any views, because this is going to be like a chronological time capsule. You see what I'm saying? And every now and then I look at it, I say, oh yeah, ain't no views on that. Because I really hadn't pushed that. You know, I really hadn't pushed that hard. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm telling other people, and I'm doing this for a reason, because there's a lot of people out there that want to get into it and share themselves, but they're getting too caught up over the views. And that's, you know, as far as my daughter, that she watching the views. She watching the views, watching the likes, trying to grow that. You know, in order to grow something, I say, you have to look at the numbers, but you got to figure out a way to detach yourself from those. These are just results. But they said it's a study how talking about, you know, how, you know, Instagram and all the social media platforms, YouTube, Twitter, people if they're not getting the likes or the followers or the views, then they associating that with their self-worth. That if they ain't getting no views and no followers, then they must not be a good person, you know. But it's inherently built into the system. See, that's what I don't forget what I was listening to, but the guy said that when they design these apps and stuff, these apps are made to addict you, to cause a strong addiction. Just like nicotine, just like everything else, cakes, pies, cookies, they make them sweeter, more tastier, and that they meant to become addictive. You know, you want the crunch, you want the flavor, the saltiness, the sweetness, and then they pair it with something else, and they pair that with something else. The next thing you know, you're addicted. Everybody. So I was just telling, I said, look, if you could just get back to that first time when you first got all the followers, it was just an outpouring, something just welled up inside, and you just wanted to share. You just want to just get it out, just let it flow. You never was worried about, I say, when the stream flowing downhill, it doesn't worry about any animals or anybody taking a drink. Its job is to flow. It's just to flow. It's for the share. And their job, your purpose here is to share for the benefit of others. Like they say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. But we sometimes, you know, hey, I want to get to know my followers a little bit better. I want to know their names. I want to see, because I didn't say it, but it's the ego that wants to be patted on the back. The ego wants to know, hey, I helped that person. Oh, yeah, you helped me. Oh, thank you. You helped me so much. So it can feel good. And And then until you get that, till that ego gets that, then it's gonna be a hole in there. But I told her, the real hole now, you can't fill that with getting it. I don't care how close you get to know your followers. You gotta get into your Bible. You gotta be praying. You gotta get into that and be praying. That's the hole she's trying to fill. That's why people say they don't know what their purpose is, because they figure once they do their job, then that hole will be filled. When we sit there and tell them, that's a washing machine. So you sit up there and tell them that, hey, look, you need to pray. What praying gotta do? You know, you need to get in your Bible. Oh, what getting in my Bible gotta do? You know, it's gotta be out there somewhere. It can't be in there in this Bible. It's gotta be out there. I need some metrics. I need something to count. I can't count my prayers. Unless you tell me if I do 30 prayers, then I have my answer. You see what I'm saying? It's in this area, you can't quantify it in order to find your purpose. But the deal is, we already know the purpose. Serve others. So you know what I'm gonna do tomorrow? It's Afromation Saturdays. So that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. You know what I'm gonna do? Now you know what you gotta do. I'm gonna do it to it. You gotta do it to it. That thumbs up, that like, that share. Leave some comments in the bottom. And then do it to your life. Do it to it. Do it to it. Do it to it. I like that. Let me get in here. This thing looking pretty tight.